And we're back. Pit Road Boats and Woes. We have an electric segment coming up for you guys because this man is not immortal. This man took a truck spoiler to the cheek, got up, did his job, looked around, kicked his radio all over the place like it was a soccer ball, like it was a tether ball, strapped to his belt, finished the stop, and then he stayed for the next day and finished stop 2. Who's this hero and a half show?
Some would say he's not human. You know what I would say? I'd say you're right. He's not human.
What is he?
He's a dog of the week.
You're damn right he is.
When you take your truck out of the race with your body, roll the tape. You could see this at Stacking Pennies.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That angle.
First thing to point out here.
Oh, I don't want to see.
Oh, he just.
Hero and a half show.
Dude. He took that to the face.
Do you think that he now adjusts his helmet preference from a half shell to a full shell?
I hope so.
No, because he's a dog and he doesn't care.
No, he don't care.
Dude, and he does like 5 interviews, a couple. He just, right here on my shirt.
Right here.
Not you good to go? No, I'm great to go. Good's not even in my vocabulary. I'm great.
What's his dog's name?
Charlie Plank.
Where'd he come from? The dog pound?
The dog pound.
He's a track house guy. He's a grinder. He's not from what I understand, he's not one of the old football players from Ohio State or anything like that. When I asked Shane Wilson, who's one of his coaches over at Trackhouse, he said, "Yeah, man, he's just a hillbilly." But yeah, just an absolute stud. And that's what pit road is made of. You know, there's a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity, and he just got up and he was ready to go. He did a couple interviews and got back on the wall, and he's on, a championship contending truck. That's a place where super speedways, it looked like when I watched it, that Zane kind of lost where his pit box was and turned late. That's why nobody else jumped. But the tire carrier is the most vulnerable because you're kind of cheated out from the wall. NASCAR gives you a step or two from the wall. And you have 2 tires. In this case, these tires are heavier than Cup tires. They're like...
With interliners.
Yes, they're the heaviest tires you carry. So his momentum's going out there. So where the jackman or the changer can kind of choose the mayonnaise or the mustard, like if you jump or not, he is screwed. And I've had this situation happen to me before at Daytona with Michael McDowell in the 95 car. He spun out the same way, but it was slower. I mean, he was... absolutely
top speed on pit road.
Nowhere to go. So for him to get up, thank God that he didn't get hurt, right? But he's not going to get hurt because he's a dog.
Dogs don't have feelings, apparently. They don't have any pain sensors in their body either. He legitimately made his truck have a DNF.
Yeah.
His body.
Dude, he's a stud.
And he was fine.
He's a 220-pound guy probably or more. He's a big dude.
He says, yeah, I'm okay. Truck's tore up.
Dude, I will put pit road grit on, like, the grittiest dudes on pit road against anybody. And that's what you have to be down there, right? You don't miss the next stop.
UFC fighters?
I mean, they're not spotters, and UFC fighters, like, I see where you're going there. I saw it spotters and UFC fighters got
They do have a lot in common,
week.
actually.
Yeah. But, no, these guys, I mean.
They don't get to take a break.
Is he like a regular truck guy? Is he an Xfinity guy?
He does all
guy?
3. My man's a triathlete, if you will. Yeah, all 3 series.
Almost as much of an athlete
Run,
as the spotters
swim,
up there.
Five lug nuts, 5 lug nuts, 1 lug nut. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he's got 2 big ones.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and I'll tell you what else they were down. 1/4 panel when you tried to mess with that guy. 3,500-pound truck? Nope. Sorry.
Who's he with on
You up right quick.
He's with Colleague on Sunday. Yep. So, I don't know. Colleague truck in Xfinity, or Colleague Cup in Xfinity,
okay.
and front row truck. So, yeah, that's a championship guy. He's on a championship team. So
whose ink do you have on your T-shirt there, bud?
That's him. He signed it.
It's a personal signature?
What?
I stopped by Trackhouse today and picked up this bad boy.
Wow.
I think I don't know if I should give it back, but I think I'm going to keep it.
No,
who
it's
made
yours
this
now.
T-shirt? Where did this come from? It has
All I
his
know
face
is
on
that
it.
they had it on Sunday. So they were hot to the press. These guys are faster than Alex Bowman at making T-shirts. That's all I know. So
they care about anthropology.
Great to go.
I would buy one.
Great to go. Charlie
It has
Plank.
his face. If you guys are just listening, it has Charles' face on it. He's got the helmet on. Great to go. Talladega Superspeedway.
With the logos, probably copyright infringement, but who cares? We're not going to tell them.
That's all right. We're not selling it. We're wearing it.
You have a signed autograph copy, dude.
We need to cut the sleeves off that thing, but we'll work on that after the show. Shout out
That's
Charlie
just a
Plank.
dime
Dog
piece
of the
right
week.
there.
He's the dog of the week.
No quarter panel is safe when sliding towards Charlie Plank.
Buddy.
Love it.
I mean, who hits their face on the spoiler that hard and just touched his face? Yep, it's still there and just keeps going.
So we talked about
I would
this
be down in the fetal position.
That's why you're a driver,
Yeah.
not a dog.
That's true. Certified.
The other 2 races this weekend. Second dog of the week for a different reason. Our gas man, Chris Conklin, crushed it. It's a tough position to be in, to be a gas man at super speedways, especially in a must-win situation like him. It's like being a kicker, right? It's like a thankless job, right? It's like, hey man, get the ball through the uprights. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. How hard can it be?
But it's
Plug it in.
But it's not the most important thing until it is, right? And this weekend it was. It was the most important thing. And Ryan riding in the back saving gas and Hassler's plan doesn't come to fruition unless Chris Conklin absolutely crushes it. And it's those tenths of a second that gain you position to put you in the front 2 rows during the final restart.
So talk about the difference that separates a great gas man from a good gas man in terms of negative plug times and then riding it out.
Yeah. So a gas man has to be, the awareness has to be key, right? But it goes further. Like every gas man on pit road is probably the strongest guy on the team, right? And Chris Conklin has more. He has more wins in the Xfinity Series as a jackman than the 60 win Dixie car. Like he's probably the all-time leader. He might have more Xfinity wins than Kyle Busch. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But he's been around. He's a ex-NFL guy. He got picked up by the Panthers. I think he held the record for tight end scoring for D2 football at Wingate. Like absolute stud of a dude. But yeah, what separates those guys is they have to be big, but they also have to be limber and light on their feet. So they have to be able to move. And when you've got 100 pounds on your shoulder and that car doesn't stop exactly where it needs to be, it's the guys that can adjust. And you think you just plug that cannon. No, you have to plug that cannon. It has to seal off perfectly. Because if it rocks one way or the other and it breaks that seal, then fuel starts coming up the vent hose and then your car doesn't get full because it slows the fill down. So there's so many nuances I really give just because of my gas man for a long time. Andrew Lackey is a big, giant, dumb redneck. I make fun of him a lot, but he's also one of the best gas men on pit road, and I give gas men a lot of slack. I always say, like, what do they call the guy that hangs out with all the pit crew guys?
The gas man.
The gas man. But like Chris pointed out this weekend, every race is a fuel mileage race. You just don't always know it, right? It only becomes a fuel mileage race when you don't get enough gas in it. Mm-hmm. So gassing is hard, and I couldn't do it. One time I tried to. Did I ever tell you this story?
No.
So Darlington was changing tires for Danica Patrick. We're running partial schedule, so it was her first year. Rick Pigeon couldn't get the gas can plugged in. It was green flag stop. He's struggling. Green flag stop Darlington. Trying to push it in. So I'm like, I get done. I'm changing rears, and I stand up, and he's like struggling. So I just grab the other gas can like I'm going to gas this thing. With an open like a Simpson.
Half shell.
Give me it. They gave me that thing, and it went, flipped right over. I set it down. I stepped back over the wall and started wrapping my hose up.
I can't do it.
I hope nobody saw that.
Yeah.
And then everybody looked at me like, we just saw that. And I'm like, nope, nothing happened. It wasn't me. So that was my one gassing endeavor. I grabbed it, and I was like, I can't do that. And I just kind of like set it down without crashing it and just stepped over the wall. like that, yep. Nope. Everybody's like, we all saw that. I'm like, no.
No, you didn't.
Pretty short career as a gas man, Ryan.
Yeah, that was it. It was about 3 seconds, and that was it. So
You'll have that. Not a gas dog.
Everyone has
Not a
different
gas dog.
gifts.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Fuel mileage could be a factor this weekend too. You never know going in this race. Depends on how the cautions fall and kind of where you're running.
Tires are valuable.
Yeah.
You can make some hay on tires. I think you could see if you got ample time, if you got 10 laps to go and the top 8 or 9 stay out, you can see the guy come in, take 4, drive back to the lead, win a race.
From how far back?
10th.
Think you can
With
pass
10 to
10
go.
cars? And really?
Pass 1 a lap for sure. Probably pass 3 the first lap. I'm not good at math, but however many laps after that.
Couple more.
I think so. I think, tires there's some speed in tires for sure. Probably 2.5 seconds fall off. 2.5 seconds. It's going to be some strategy.
A couple woes this week.
Stage